Okay, hello, you guys. We are doing Tip Thursday today. It's going to be a little different than I normally do it because I don't know why it has Ashley has you as like the view person. I don't know why. It's fine. Okay. So, but I'm really excited because Kevin and we moved into a new house, and then we had all these people coming at us trying to sell us different things for our new home. And I was talking about it with him last night, and it just gave me the idea for a good Tip Thursday. So I'm super, super pumped. So my name is Anya Faust. I'm the Superstar Director for the Wildflower Warrior Group. I come live or do a tip on Thursdays just to help people out and give them tips about their business. And we're doing something new today. Kevin has never been on. This is my husband. I'm really excited to have him just join us. He is going to give us his customer consumer kind of point of view, and then help me make sure that I have all the facts straight also with what we've been doing in our home. And he's in the military. He just got promoted, you guys. We're super excited. Whoop, whoop, yay. If you're military, he's been enlisted, he's been a warrant officer, and now he is a captain. So we're super pumped. He's got a little bit of leadership knowledge, just a little. And he has a little bit of Scentsy knowledge, but he definitely is one of those people who shops around to get the best deal, to make sure that he's not overspending on anything. That's the story of my husband's life. Makes me crazy because I'm like, just do it. Who cares? But Kevin, he's all about facts, all about research, and all about getting the best deal. So it makes us a good team because I'm like, this is what I want. And then he just figures out all the details, and then we're able to go and do it. So we moved into our new home
on the 6th of December.
On the 6th of December. I'm not even kidding you guys. Maybe 2 days later, we had people pulling up to our driveway. Okay. And they were like, oh, we've got this and we've got this. Is there a time when I can come and show you this? And it was me by myself in the driveway. And I'm like, yeah, sure. Come on Thursday night. Right. Like, I don't know what you're talking about. Why are you here? Sure. Come hang out with me. But one of them was a water softener guy. Okay. So we have learned through this experience, and I really hope that you value this as a Scentsy consultant. It is all about your approach and your authenticity when it comes to people. That is going to get you everywhere. Okay. So I'm not giving,
we're not going to use names of companies.
Yeah, not using names of companies. We've kind of changed it to fit each person.
Just a caveat to that is, even if you don't get the customer or make the sale, it'll at least make people think about you and try to go to you to do the sale.
Yes.
And that'll be kind of more evident as we go on through
this. Yeah. So for a broad generalization, all of these, we went through 3 different water softener people. Okay. We had 2 of them in our actual home showing us things. Okay. And then they all have special soaps that go with the water softener to make it the best. And they're like, this is for 5 years. And I'm like, we got 3 dirty kids. That is not going to last us 5 years, but it's fine. And then they all have water purification with the water softener. Okay. So just so you guys have that overview, most of them have the same stuff. Okay. So the first one, we're going to call him Youngin. Okay. He's the one that approached me when we first moved in. Super young, very nice guy. I'm really weird about my water that I drink. So I was like, water purification, perfect. Give me some good water. He did the demonstration for us. He was really personable. I had music on. He's like, oh, I love this artist. And we're just talking. He joked with us. Super fun, very nice with the kids and everything.
Was a provider too, so he was able to talk medical and just kind of relate on a personal level.
Yes,
while he was doing the presentation,
which was really cool. He really related with us just as people in general, right? We asked him if he could do maybe a different deal, so he called his boss, tried to get us the best deal, and then in the end, we decided not to go with him. So we made our final decision yesterday. We decided not to go with him, and he got extremely emotional. Very emotional, and was he took it very personal. Okay. And I get it. That's his job. He probably gets a commission. But that's such a turnoff, right? So I want you to be thinking about this in terms of you as a consultant. Okay. If you get that no, are you emotional? Do you make the no okay for your customers? Because say that we changed our mind down the road and we decide to go back, we're not going with that guy, because he was so emotional and he made it seem like our no was not okay. All right. So that's the first one, Youngin. The second guy that came to our house, he was extremely business focused. Okay. which, okay, I get that. Like, I get that. All right. But it was all about the numbers, all about the numbers. He's really fixated on that. He, in the process of sharing why his company was so great, and it is the best of the three.
Oh, it's definitely the best.
Yeah. But in the process of that, he trashed the other companies.
The
Okay.
whole presentation was basically explaining why their company was better and the other companies weren't up to snuff, and how they could offer this and that. And honestly, the warranty, the product, everything was probably better at a higher cost. But he just didn't make it feel like it was about us. It was about how many people they could service, how many credentials they had, how many customers they were dealing with versus these other businesses. And didn't really care about our situation so much as what they brought to the table.
Yes. And so he kept telling us that they service 43,000 people worldwide, blah, blah. I mean, he was just going on. And it was like, we were a true number to him. We were a number. And so when we sat there, yes, exactly, Whitney, he was way too competitive, way too competitive. And when we sat there and we're like, we like the deal. And even for the price, okay, it's lifetime warranty. It'll go with us forever. That's huge, it's military. But you're literally already treating us like a number. You're already treating us like a number. And we didn't even ask him to do the whole water demonstration because we had Youngin do it for us. But he wouldn't stop. Like he wouldn't stop. He wouldn't take a hint. Okay. And it was just all about being the best, being the best, being the best. So it's huge for him. And then we also have a friend who uses that same program with the same company. There was no referral for our friend. And that's the only reason we called that guy, is because we were like, well, let's see what these guys can do. They gave our friend this, right? They treated him this way in a different state. What about us? And he didn't care about our friend. He didn't care about any of that.
Oh, yeah, he wouldn't even consider the pricing that the company did for that individual. We knew what he paid. We knew what he got. We knew what was all included. And he was like, well, it's different state to state. We don't really care what Alabama does or whatever other state. We're focused on Texas right here.
Yes, which is fine. But like, again, it just really made us feel like a number and show us that our friend is a number also. Okay.
What he did do well, though, is once we figured out that he couldn't make the deal happen and he wasn't willing to negotiate, he did kind of take it very gracefully.
He took the no gracefully.
So if we did have to back out of the other company, we would definitely go with his company just because of the way he took it.
Yes, he was nice. He was very, very nice about our no. So that was a positive for that. And then the last one, we have called this one Sincerity. Okay. We told him we've already had people in our home. He was like, okay, I'm not even going to send anybody out. He didn't try to sell us on anything. They are local. It is a smaller business. And he asked us questions about us and our family. And he was like, you know what? We have another friend who used this guy. Okay. And he was like, oh my gosh, yes, that family. And he started talking about them like he knew them. He really did. And he was the owner, which was so cool to us. And then he just started talking to us and we were like, this is kind of the price point that we're at. We've already talked to these two big name companies. And he's like, you know what? I can do you one better. So he made the deal. He was super kind and sincere. He wasn't trying to sell us. He truly listened to us when we were like, please don't send anybody, please. Okay. Like, don't send anybody else to our house. We know what we want. And then he made it like we were important. And then on top of that, he had a customer referral program. So he has something for our friend. Even if we didn't go with them, he was still giving something to our friend because they put their name out for them, right? So in the end, we ended up going with the guy that we didn't even meet. He did not come to our home. We spoke to him on the phone because while they had the best deal, but the warranty's not as great. Yeah, right.
But it's a 10-year warranty. The system lasts for 10 years. And if it stops working or it's not doing the levels that it's supposed to, they'll come in and put a brand new system in at no cost. They have a reverse osmosis water thing for
they don't care about that.
But I'm saying they come out and check it and change the filters for you and do all of that.
So they change the filters they do the work for you. Okay. So that was something Kevin and I were really talking about as consultants. Are you willing to do the hard work for your customers? Are you willing to go the extra mile to be personal, not just treat them like a number, okay? But when you're following up, are you talking to them about their life, about their family? Are you trying to get to know them, or are they truly just a sale to you? Because if they're just a sale to you, that is not okay, all right? So as consultants, we have to be thinking, how do we make our customers and our hosts feel special? Okay, and it's not even just your customers and your hosts, you guys. What about the people on your team? How are you making them feel? Yes, it's a business through and through. And I get that. And I say a lot, put your feelings in your pocket. Okay. Really, like, we're not coming at you or harping on you when we're talking about certain things. But right, if you feel agitated about something that we say all the time, there's probably a reason. Okay. But we still have to treat our people like people. That's so important. Okay. Because nobody wants to work for anybody that they feel like they're just a number. That doesn't inspire anybody or encourage anybody as a team, right? It also does not make your customers want to come back to you. And we have to remember, whether your customers know it or not, they've got at least 5 consultants, at least 5 other consultants on their Facebook page. Okay. I've had people add consultants on accident to their parties because they didn't even realize that person was a consultant. All right. So think about that too. How are you showing up as a Sensi consultant? How are you setting yourself apart? Are you creating an experience? An experience for those that are joining your team? Are you loving on them and creating an experience for them, something to be a part of, okay, as a leader? If you are not a leader yet, then how are you doing that for your hosts? How are you doing that for your customers, okay? Even for people that aren't hosts or aren't customers, you don't know who's going to join later. You don't know who's going to host a party later. You don't know who's going to want to buy from you later. That's never even tried Sensi, okay? We have to be thinking about this, right? Why should they pick you? Are you giving someone the feels? Do they think that you take this seriously? Do they think that you're really working it as a business? Do they say, oh, you know what? I know that when I shop with that person, I'm putting food on the table. Those things matter, because for us, that was huge. We're like, this guy's a small business guy, but he also has his crap together and he's super kind. It's like he really truly cares, whether he does or not, I don't know, but it's like he does. Okay. It felt like he really cared about us. And that's so important for us to remember. Are you making someone feel like they're one of the 43,000 across the world, or are you making them feel like one? Right. I know, even like, since my husband's sitting here, even for me, when Kevin and I first got together, I always told my mom, he makes me feel like I'm the only girl in the world. It's the same thing. Okay. It's the same for our customers. You have to make them feel like they're the only girl in the world or the only guy in the world. All right. Go that extra mile for them. There has to be heart with your business. Okay. There has to be heart with your business. And I say that because it doesn't have to get all emotional. It doesn't have to be all, mushy. I'm not a mushy person, but there does have to be heart with your business, or people are going to feel like they're a number. Okay.
Well, there's a lot of people that offer the same thing. If our buddy wasn't happy with the service he got and the expectations were met by this company, I would have never even known they existed, and they would have never got our business at all, because I couldn't find them. There was 4 or 5 companies and they were not listed online when we did our initial search. I think 2 of them we just didn't look at because of the reviews. And then my buddy said, hey, this is what we had. And they really went out of their way to make our experience above and beyond. And then just in our situation, we got the same deal as him, but we're not pre-plumbed.
Oh yeah,
and
that's
what that
huge.
means is they got to have a plumber come out and actually fix the house to where the water can come in, filter through the system. And that would have put their price about the same as the other companies, even though they didn't have a lot to offer. And understanding that, he was like, look, your buddy told you what he paid. We're going to honor that deal. We're going to just eat the cost of this. And not everybody's able to do that. And obviously don't hurt your bottom line or do something that's not up to
Sensi standards.
Yeah, the Sensi standards or guidelines.
Yeah.
But I mean, there's always a way to make somebody feel like you care about their situation, and then show them that they're important and they're not just a number, even though they are your way of lifestyle, right?
Yeah.
This is how you get paid, but they're still important. They're not just money on your table. They're a family with a unique situation and unique needs.
Absolutely. And I say on top of that too, y'all, that shows you word of mouth speaks volumes, because we couldn't find this guy. So the fact that our friend was like, oh, well, this is who I went with. Okay. It's the same thing for you. Someone might have, I don't even remember who it was, but someone said, oh my gosh, this person said she's had a Sensi consultant. Maybe it was Shannon. She's had the same Sensi consultant for years, but she didn't tell her about the flash sale, but Shannon did. Do you see? So like, people are going to switch up real quick when you start treating them right versus someone who's not treating them right. Okay. But word of mouth is huge. So with that, think about, it was Stephanie. Okay. It was Stephanie. So think about with that too, what type of referral program do you need to implement in your business if you don't have one? You need to implement a referral program. And this is something I need to work on and be like actually with it, right? But we all need to make sure we have a referral program, because word of mouth is everything. Oh my gosh, but this Scentsy consultant treats me right. And she went, above and beyond. And oh, look, she sent me a Scent of the Month card. Remember, how many thank yous have you gotten from other small businesses? Do you see what I'm saying? And Scentsy makes it easy for us. So I want you to think about those things too. And Kevin said this earlier, because I was thinking from the first encounter, right? You don't know what's going to happen from that first encounter. That person might have just encountered you simply on a party and you added them on Facebook later. They never even bought anything. But now they're like, well, I really like that warmer you posted about, and you can open the door with, would you like to do a party like your friend did, right? You don't know. So even if they're not buying from you now, they might buy from you later. They might host later. They might join later. You guys, over 50% of my frontline, even higher than that now, probably about 75% of my frontline has never purchased a thing from me. Okay. So you have to be thinking about from that first impression, you don't know what is going to come from that. And what did you say? You said there's what? With a first impression.
You can't redo a first impression.
Yes.
The image that you put in somebody's mind on your initial encounter is that image that will always stick with you, and they'll think about that whenever they think of you.
Yeah.
Now, not saying that you can't kind of work back from a bad initial impression, but you might not get that opportunity.
Yeah. So go with it as you might not get an opportunity to make it better, to make it, where they want to come back to you, right? So think about that, and not just even with your Scentsy, but with your Facebook profile, with your Instagram. Are you showing them someone that they want to come back to? Or are they like, oh my gosh, all that girl does is complain. All she does is fuss about this and about that, right? You can show real life without being ridiculous, okay? So Shannon said, another small business owner, she goes above and beyond. Yes. And she's like, man, you really make me want to step up my game. Absolutely. Be that light for people to make them want to step up their game, right? Or to make them say, wow, look at what they're doing, because you yourself are a brand. So being authentic in your brand and being you, people are going to be attracted to buy from you, to join your team, to refer you to someone, to share your post, all of that. Okay. So impressions are important. I just wanted you guys really to think about that. Your approach for people or to people and your authenticity are going to get you everything. Be thinking about how you can provide don't be like spending all your money, okay, and stay within compliance. But think about what experience, right? And experiences can be free. What experience can you provide above the rest?
Like we drove all over Colleen, Harker Heights, and Belton a few weeks ago just to make sure that we didn't understand, I think, when Anya offered delivery to the house for local orders, how big this area actually is.
Yeah.
But I mean, it took a little bit of time. It took a little bit of gas, but we didn't put ourselves out really. We drove around, we listened to music, we delivered all these things, and we just kind of lined it up with what we were already doing that day. But it was going above and beyond for those people because now they didn't have to pay for the shipping.
Yep.
And we were able to deliver it right to their house, so they didn't have to go out and
make it cute. I made it cute.
Yeah.
My little dollar store packaging made it super cute, so I could just drop it off at their houses. And then I could text them, be like, hey, just so you know, I dropped off your stuff. Let me know what you think. And now I can go back and be like, how did it go? What did you think? Okay. Things like that. Small things to go above and beyond in your business. Okay. So I want you guys to be thinking about that. I'm just super pumped because it really just showed me that what we do does matter to people. Sometimes it's like, oh my gosh, seriously, I don't want to check in with this person. And no, of course not. We don't always want to do those things, but it does matter how you make someone feel. Okay. They will remember that for forever, right? How you truly talk to someone and treat them like a person versus a number, they're going to remember that. And when they're going to associate that with your name and with Scentsy also. Okay. And that one of our core values is authenticity. So just be kind and loving and authentic. All right. And make sure you're putting people first. People first. You guys know I say that all the time. People first, people first. Customers, teamies, people first. Okay. And that's what we have for you guys today. Super excited. I'm so pumped y'all joined. Okay. Look, Shannon had someone cry because she sent a Christmas card. It was her first one. That is so sweet. See, it's little things, you guys. It's the little things, details in the little things, okay? If you can put that extra piece of ribbon on there, or you can just give that extra text, hey, how's it going? I haven't heard from you in a while. You know people's trends. They have been ordering every single month for the past 3 months and all of a sudden don't. Hey, I just want to check in on you. How are you doing? Not, Hey, you need some Scentsy. It's been a while. How are you doing? How are you, especially this time of year? All right. So love you guys. Sorry I messed up the links. I'm working on it. I do it every time. I don't know what. I need like a YouTube. What is this? Zoom class. I really do. I got to figure my life out. But thank you for jumping on. Y'all are amazing. I'll post the replay later, and y'all have a wonderful, wonderful Christmas. Okay?
Merry Christmas.
All right. Bye, guys.